You know, you meet a lot of different people along the road when you entertain. I haven't been entertained for many years, different places. And there's one particular character I picked up along the road. He's a friend of mine. He's a little bit lonely. I want you to give him a nice round of applause. Give it up for Randall! Anyway, Randall, so what's going on these days?
Well, I know a lot about Mexicans. Yeah, that's true. For instance, why don't Mexicans like to barbecue?
Why?
Because the beans fall through the grate. It gets messy.
I had a client I represented. They got divorced, and the son lived with the client. His name was Johnny. He was in middle school. He comes home one day from school. He hears his mother moaning, "I want a man. I want a man." The next day he comes home. He hears her moaning again, "I want a man. I want a man." The third day he comes home. He hears her moaning. He peeks in the room. There's a man on top of her. He goes in his room, takes off his clothes, starts jerking off and moaning, "I want an Xbox. I want an Xbox."
All right, why is there no Olympic team in Mexico?
Why?
Because anyone that can jump, run, or swim is in the USA.
I have one of the extras that was excluded from the Game of Thrones. His name is Slash. He wants to come out here, say hello for a minute or two, and he's going to introduce the next comedian. So you have a special treat. Give him a nice round of applause. Slash from Game of Thrones. I got a joke. You want to hear the joke? Before I introduce the next comedian? Yeah, this is cool. A woman is going down in a plane in a crash. She's dying. She strips her clothes off, takes her clothes off, and says, "I want to die as a woman. Is there anyone here, a man, who can make me feel like a woman?" A guy jumps up, takes his shirt off, and says, "Yeah, iron this bitch." The next comedian I have the pleasure of announcing, I have performed with her in another venue, the Duplex. She's been to Gotham, all over the city, a regular in Manhattan. Give it up for Francisco!
Hey, guy with the fake mustache, do you know the most confusing day in the ghetto?
What?
Father's Day.
I have a friend of mine, she's a journalist, and she went over to Afghanistan about 2 years ago. She's a woman's right and all that type of stuff. And that's really good. And she was there, and she noticed that the women walk 10 paces behind the men. So she talked to her tour guide. She said, "What the hell's going on here?" He said, "Well, it's cultural. Women have a lower status." She was really upset. She talked to me about it. I said, "Don't worry about it. They're in Afghanistan." 2 years later, she goes back, and now the women are walking 10 paces in front of the men. So she says, "Great," to the tour guide. "What's going on?" He says, "One thing, bombs." All right, ready for the next comedian? You guys are cool. I got kicked off the Game of Thrones. Yeah, too much drugs. All right, the next comedian is a gorgeous girl. That's right. She's been on Workaholics, MTV, Comedy Central rather. Give it up for the one and only Jasunde! You know the difference between getting circumcised and getting divorced? I said, "What, bitch?" She said, "Well, when you get divorced, you get rid of the whole prick."
How do you circumcise a hillbilly?
How do you circumcise?
A hillbilly.
How?
Kick his sister-in-law in the jaw. That's a good one, yeah.
All right, our next comedian is not a pig, very attractive. She's been in New Orleans. Give it up for the one and only Beth Maria Glick. All right, the next comedian.
Oh, God. Hey, Mark, can you pick that up? Give him a round of applause. Oh, thank you. You're a nice guy after all.
I take Viagra, I really do. You know the two main ingredients in Viagra? Anyone know it? Miracle Grow and Fix a Flat. That's right. All right, the next comedian has been many open mics. Right, Randall?
That's right. He's very funny. Give it up for Anderson Talent.
Anderson! I got a cousin, Vinny. He went to the doctor the other day. He said, "Doctor, I got a problem, man." And he said, "What is it?" He said, very friendly with his doctor. He said, "Well, my girlfriend is coming in on Friday, my ex-wife is coming in Saturday, and my wife is coming home Sunday. I need 3 Viagra pills to take care of these women." Doctor said, "You know, that can be dangerous. 3 pills in a row, you get a heart attack." He said, "I'll give it to you on one condition. You come back Monday for a checkup." "Doc, you got a deal." He comes back Monday, he's wearing a sling. Doctor says, "What the hell happened?" He said, "No one showed up." Oh.